World's leading provider of agile, Avanti Communications, has been named the market-leading high-throughput satellite capacity partner in Sub-Saharan Africa for the second year in a row. The milestone was announced at the 20th edition of the NSR Satellite Capacity Supply and Demand Analysis Report, where Avanti's market share doubled twice to its nearest competitor. National Storage Rate NOAA report is one of the satellite industry's most trusted and comprehensive sources for satellite capacity analysis that offers insight into key market development and dynamics. Avanti's Chief Executive Officer, Kai Wahil, says Africa remains a major focus for the company and expressed delight to be recognized as a market leader while restating its commitment to continuing providing connection solutions in Africa and Africans. The company to date has connected more than 1,000 villages and schools across Africa, providing services in Nigeria, Kenya, South Africa, among others, with plans to connect over 10,000 sites over the next 5 years. Asian shares hitched higher today as investors took stock of corporate earnings and looked ahead to central bank's meeting next week, while disappointing earnings result from Netflix and Tesla pushed U.S. futures lower. Gains in Asian equities were capped by weak China stocks, and its government's pledge to stop the private economy failed to impress investors, and a slide in tech stocks dragged the broader markets lower. Futures indicated that the European stock market was set for a lower open, with Euro Stock 50 futures down 0.16%, German DAX futures down 0.11%, FTSE futures down 0.13%. MSCI's broadest index of Asian Pacific shares was 0.23% high on course to snap its 3-day losing streak. Japan's Nikkei slid 1.1%. And wheat prices has risen sharply on global markets after Russia said it would treat ships heading for Ukrainian ports as potential military targets. Moscow had pulled out of UN deal that ensured safe passage of grain shipments crossing the Black Sea. For the past 3 nights, Russia has bombarded Ukraine's grain facilities in Odessa and other cities. Moscow warned that from Thursday, any ships going there would be seen as siding the Kyiv regime, with prices on European stock exchange surged by 8.2% yesterday from the previous day. In business news, for the first time since subsidy removal and subsequent deregulation of petroleum marketing in Nigeria since in May 2023, Emadeb Energy Services Limited has taken delivery of 27 million liters of premium motor spirit, otherwise known as petrol, at its Ijegun satellite depot in Lagos, becoming the national's first licensed fuel marketer to receive such shipment into the country. We have details in this report.
Sequel to the granting of petrol importation license to 56 private marketers by the federal government and the deregulation of the downstream oil and gas industry for private sector participation, Emadeb Energy Services Limited has imported 27 million liters of petrol into the country, thus becoming the first private oil marketing firm to achieve the feat under the new regime. Chief Executive Officer of the company says the achievement proved that deregulation is the way to go and expressed readiness to actively play its part in ensuring steady product supply into the country.
We as a trading company and as a marketing company, we know that strategically we need to position ourselves because this is what we've asked for over the last, say since when the business has existed. And since when I've been in the business, everybody has looked into deregulation is the way forward. And we visit other countries, Ghana, South Africa, and we know what obtains over there, and so we decided to say, look, we're not going to stay back. We want to be one of the early callers into this game, and that we've always, look at this as a way forward.
NMDPRA is ensuring that, first of all, we guarantee supply. How do we do that? By licensing people to import the product where necessary, or in the case of licensing refining companies in the downstream to make sure that this product is produced in the country. And in addition to that, we also ensure quality, that what the people are getting is of the right quality, and also the quantity delivered to them is what it should be.
Marketers and other industry players say access to foreign exchange will encourage local refining of products, which will ensure a more sustainable and affordable fuel supply.
Prior to now, we've been engaging government severally for more than 2 decades that deregulation should be based on local production. And you saw what happened yesterday. Prices went up because the vagaries of international market cannot be determined solely by Nigerian or by Nigerian government. So what we are saying today, and hopefully, is that since this market has been deregulated, there is space for investors, and we have investors to come and invest in refining.
That is what you expect in a deregulated market. Prices will go up depending on what is happening to the exchange rate, what is happening in the internet. Of course, if prices go down, or if we see either improvement in exchange rate or a serious drop in the price of crude oil, we also will see a drop in the price of petroleum products.
The inauguration of the first petrol cargo was witnessed by stakeholders from the oil and gas industry, bankers and investors.